is called Rehoming Children, and when you hear the details of this, you may be shocked and horrified. Hello, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Beverly Weaver. We are here in the state capitol talking with state lawmakers during their legislative session. And with me now is Representative Kathleen Conti. Thanks for being with us, Representative.
Thank you. It's a joy to be with you.
And you just brought this to my attention. It's something called Rehoming Children. Tell me what this is. It sounds like a very scary situation.
Absolutely. Basically, the largest instance of it is with parents who have adopted, and a disproportionate number of those are foreign adoptions, where the child comes into the home, things don't go well, let's say, and parents are usually at their wits' end.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do, and they've kind of reached, and they're grasping at straws. So they end up advertising a child online, and then people, points unknown, that have not been checked out, no way verified, are answering that request. An arrangement is made. They end up meeting in a parking lot, turning this kid over with nothing more than a power of attorney. Yeah. And it is a very scary, and in almost every situation where they've been able to document it and where they've been able to get the stories back from the kids have ended up in very painful situations. Yeah. You know, stories of children being asked by parents to, their new parents to dig their own graves, to sleep in the same bed with opposite sex, and we're talking teenagers, children, et cetera, et cetera. There's also a growing concern that this could obviously be a link to the sex trafficking that Colorado is unfortunately becoming a target for, with our two major highways, interstate highways that meet here. And we certainly don't want to open the door for any possibility for another avenue to funnel kids into that.
Right, because we certainly heard the news stories on the trafficking.
Yes.
With the rehoming, a frightening situation, what can you do as a legislator to really combat that, to tackle that?
Well, we're talking, we've worked with the adoption agencies and all of the people who are legitimately working with finding good homes for kids to make sure that they're not adversely affected by this at all. So that was some of the important stakeholders work that we did. But what we can do is let it know that there should never be a time when a parent or a concerned citizen alone is advertising a child online. Rehoming was actually a phrase that was previously given to dogs. When someone took a dog or an animal into their home and it wasn't working out, and so they sent it back to the breeder or wherever they had purchased it from.
Right.
And so unfortunately that was the term that was picked up and given to this. I think we can safely say that that is not a practice that we'd like to see with our kids. And so we're actually looking at, if you advertise a child online, the bill states class 4 felony if you are the receiver of a child without having gone through court-appointed approved services or through a private adoption agency, some kind of checkout purposes, class 2 felony.
Wow. Yeah,
just to make sure that people understand that, and now that if we know this, chat rooms can be monitored.
Yes.
This can be a great, activity for kids that want to intern.
Because we really don't even know what the scope of the problem is. I mean, we hear the stories of the trafficking, but nothing, nothing more than that. Amazing work. And in terms of working with the adoption agencies, you've incorporated them as well. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm a firm believer that when you deal with legislation that affects industry or nonprofit organizations, you have to include them to make sure that we're not going to have unintended consequences.
Representative Kathleen Conti, thanks so much. Great topic, and good luck with your legislation.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Beverly Weaver.